Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Schomer, and today I've finally done it. I went and I got all the stuff I needed to be able to put on a little Bar Tools episode, and I'm not going to tell you right now, and people have asked, no, I'm not a bartender, nor do I play one on TV. Oh, wait, no, I kind of do play one here, I guess. And so whatever I've done through just learning, watching other people's shows, absorbing as much knowledge as I could. And since I'm working and writing this little book here on cocktail recipes, I'm in the section about bar tools, so it seems to make sense to go through this. What I want to do is kind of cover some of the stuff you're probably going to need, some of the stuff you're probably going to want, and then the rest is just like butter. It's just the stuff, it's like icing on the cake. You don't need to have it, but it's pretty neat to have. If that makes any sense. So what I wanted to start out with was obviously the most essential is this little guy here. This is like a corkscrew. What you've got is your ability to pop a can. So if you're a beer drinker, you're done. You're ready. Oh wait, no, but wait, there's more. You're a wine drinker. These are actually one of the better methods of opening a wine bottle. Some people use the one that you screw down and you pull little arms that like raise up as you're spinning the thing. They're not really good. It can kind of damage the cork. These are what most people use. I think it's a waiter. I think it's called like a waiter corkscrew. I can't remember the name, but that's for the matter. So you got that. I have a couple of them. This one's not as cool. I try not to use it, but it does have the ability to cut the sheath off of a bottle of wine or whatever. Another thing that you probably aren't going to need, that you will, most likely you've already got something, is absinthe spoons. These are always cool. I just like to show them off because they're awesome. So if you're into absinthe, you probably want that as your utility if you're an absinthe drinker. The other main essentials, and I think this is what most people ask about, are shakers. What do I need for a shaker? I use a Boston shaker, and a Boston shaker is a 2-piece shaker. It requires you to bang it to lock it, and then it stays in place. You've seen it a million times if you watch the show. The reason I like this one the best is because once you make the seal, if you do it right, it stays locked and it comes apart really easy with a bang. Well, these guys don't necessarily do that as well. And the reason is, this one specifically, or anything like it, is it's made of like a metal. Metal expands and contracts. You throw ice in here, you shake it up, and you can't get the damn thing off, right? So you can strain it. You don't need to have a Hawthorne strainer, which is one of these guys. I'll talk about that in a minute. So you can strain it. It's all in one. So it's a beautiful idea for all-in-one. And if you go to the store, you're looking for one of these, you're probably going to find a 3-piece, also known as a cobbler shaker. It's got 3 pieces. You can use this to measure if you test it first to see what it actually measures out. That's probably like a ½ ounce. This one I know is an ounce, mainly because if you go back to episode 1, 2, 3, 10, whatever, you'll see I use this because I didn't have the Boston shaker at the time. And this one comes off a lot easier. It's also got an insulation, so it doesn't make your hands cold, and it doesn't expand a lot, so you can usually get it apart. So I like this as a cobbler shaker, or as a 3-piece cobbler shaker. Who makes this? Casamoda? I don't know. I think it didn't come as part of anything. But, this one, not so much. I can use it if I have to, and if I have a lot of people over. I used to use it more, but now I have like Boston shakers all over the place. There's another one floating around from the show. So, these are really cool. This is an WMF Boston shaker, I think it's called. Yeah. And this is a fairly high-end, it's about $40. I don't know where the other side is, but it's just a silver sheath that goes on top. This is a G-Vine one that they sent me. Same concept, it's just logoed. And they're going to be more expensive. These you're probably going to find less. And the rule is, if you see a lot of recipes and weird craziness on the side, they're usually cheaper. And some people break them because they hit them too hard, so you got to be careful with that. So if you don't want to take the risk, you don't want to spend the money, just get one of these. Doesn't matter. Common Man. All right, next. People have asked a lot about these. These are made from OXO or OXO. They're neat little measuring glasses that have the measuring right in the bottom, so you can measure anything you want. I like these because they're really neat. You can look right down when I'm doing the show and see people. Overall, you can also use the jigger, which are these guys here. They have on the side what they are, and I just bought these this week from Amazon.com. They were, I think, $9 for the set from Kegworks.com. So this is an 1.5 ounce. This is cool. It has a 3/4 ounce, which I don't have on these, so that's nice. The other ones are like ½ ounce, 2 ounces. You saw this in the show this week. So you got jiggers. These I kind of like. The other cool thing is it's Common Man. You can use these to measure food. Well, liquid food, like Pedialyte. I don't know. But this is something you can use in your house for cooking. So you can double the use. For the strainers, there's a different set. You might have seen this. I use Scoop Ice. It doubles as an ice scoop because it's got the water, can run out, but it's also juniper strainer. So by the way, this is a beer pong cup. And so with the julep strainer, you can use it to strain that way. And it works pretty good. It's used mainly for juleps. And then you have different qualities of the Hawthorne strainer. You've got this, which is the WMF. Again, they're usually expensive, but they're very heavy duty. This one's from uberbartools.com. It's crazy in size. It's called the Strain Ray. Definitely cool, sexy. So if you're moving on and you're like, I've got this and I want to be cooler than this, you can get one of these. And it's really at this point about coolness. However, there is some quality in these. The springs on these are a lot better than these tight springs on here. They don't really compress that much, but this is $3. This is in the range of $20 to $30, I think. This one's not much cheaper. So buy what you want. What I say is start with this, make cocktails, you enjoy it, then you upgrade it. It's like you start with a Cessna before you fly a 747. You've got a muddler. These are good if you like juleps. What else can we do? Mojitos. During the summer, I want to do some more fruit-based drinks because people have asked for fruit-based drinks. Some will be we'll use a blender, but other ones I'll be muddling. So you can.
Bring your blender up
I didn't bring my blender up because I'm going to use the blender on the show. I did end up getting a blender. I haven't even opened it yet. It arrived today. It's a small one. The other trick is I don't know if it's going to work good. So I don't want to show something off that I don't know is actually going to function. And blenders can be iffy, so we'll see how that works out. But you want to get a blender. I'm sure you probably already have one. Blender, muddler. Now you can make muddled drinks that have the berries and such, and you can make regular drinks. Now you've muddled your drink, and let's say it's black raspberries. No, blackberries. Blackberries have seeds, right? So you muddle it up, but you get that seeds in there. So you want to strain it out. These strainers, regardless of if it's got the thick springs or these more coarse springs, or it's not coarse, but fine springs, you're still going to get seed floaties. And if it's a martini, that's going to look a little awkward. So what you could do is double strain, which is a technique where you use, this is an off-the-shelf, I bought this at the grocery store for straining, where you strain with that other strainer like normal, or even with the julep strainer, you can strain, and then you strain on top of this to strain out the excess. I also do that for making sweet sour mix. It gets rid of some of the fruit parts that float around. So now you can double strain. That's good for Collins and anything you want to really look sexy. If you want to put it in a tall, slim glass, you want it to look sexy, you want that. Of course, that's a knife. You can't bring these on planes, but you can cut all kinds of fruits, vegetables with these. Really, you want something sharp to cut your lemons and limes because you want to make really fine garnishes. You can make them nice and thin. Something I've been talking about on the show that I always forget to bring up, these would be, anybody? Oh, it's just me and you. Swizzle sticks. And they're cool. They got little cocktails on the top. You can get all kinds. And you can put them in your drink to make them look fancy, because who doesn't like something that looks fancy? Like, it already looks like 100 times better. But I use them for twisting my lemons and my limes using my zester. Bam. So you zest your lime. You get that nice, thin, long piece of lime. Now you can roll it around here, twist it, and then take it off, and you can put it on your drink, your martini, whatever, and you can get something really cool out of it. So these are cheap. You can get you get packs like 20.